Go ahead and start the recording. Hope everyone is doing well on this rainy day, almost afternoon. So this week we've covered two themes when it comes to salvation. One is union with Christ, right? And the other is regeneration. Yes, Mr. Hughes, we all watch the videos. We know. Yeah, well, I hope so, because you'll need those notes for Friday, tomorrow when you take a quiz. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna ask an application question in terms of both of these. Something that's going to require you to at least think a little bit about it. Again, you can use your notes. It's not like it's that big of a deal. I just want to make sure that you guys can actually apply this stuff and answer it in some sort of question format. The question will have something to do with along the lines, especially with regeneration, because that's one that's really the big and understanding, especially when we talk about other people and how we're regenerated, how God changes us, is how the Holy Spirit does it. It'd be something along those lines of what the Holy Spirit's work is inside of regeneration, what he uses to help with the regeneration, all of that. And so that'll be the question for that one. And for union with Christ, just talking about how the application of question will have something to go along the lines of how we identify with Christ through salvation. Remember, it's talking about how we identify with him through his death, burial, and resurrection. And so how the Holy Spirit comes and lives with us, and that gives us that union with Christ because he has union with Christ. And so it'll be something along those lines for those questions that you have. Has everyone at least can give me a head nod like, yeah, I've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not like I give you guys long videos. They're usually somewhere in the range of 5 to 10 minutes. So it's not like it takes a lot of your time to do it. Are you able to read the notes?
That last one was kind of hard to read, the regeneration one.
Did you end up getting it all, or do you need me to share anything?
I got it.
Okay. So what you're basically saying is I should probably write either bigger or in a darker color.
Yes.
Both?
Both, okay. Really.
All right.
I think the marker that you were using was going dead on the regeneration video.
It might have been. I don't remember it. I did 3 videos yesterday, so it might have been dying out as I was writing along. I might have also been writing a little bit smaller. It could be a nice mixture of both, but I'll get a darker color and just leave feedback so that I know when it's good and when it needs to be worked on, so I don't leave you guys hanging there. All right. Yeah, this wasn't meant to be a super long Zoom. Are there any questions on regeneration or question on union with Christ? Remember, it's going to be an application question, so if you're not really sure how it applies, now would be the time to ask something like that. Hey, there's Michael. I can see his video now. Hiding in the corner of his video. Birthday boy. Now he's 16. All right. Well, you guys are welcome to hang out and talk for a bit, but other than that, that's all that I have. It's just a quick review, making sure we're all on the same page. Plus giving me feedback, making sure that you guys, I want to make sure you guys read the notes so you can copy them down, because there will still be times, and I will still do the one last note check at the end of the year for a nice test grade. So once we're done with everything, I need to make sure you guys have that available. Ooh, someone's in the chat thing. Allie saying yes in Spanish. Oh, Michael's gone.
How have you been this years?
I've been good, doing stuff. Gavin jacked up his knee last week on spring break. He has 13 stitches in his knee, so that's been fun.
Oh. Ow.
And then today,
how do you do that?
you know Clark Park at all? You ever been there?
No.
Well, it's basically just I think it's a 4-mile track through like the woods and everything.
Is
And
it the one by the library?
it's over off of Ramsey Street.
Mm.
I don't know if there's a library near there. I don't remember one.
If it's the one by the library, you can see the library from the park. So
No, you don't see anything from the park. There's like a nature reserve there and everything, and there's railroad tracks that run through it. But there's this long bridge that goes over this marshy area, and we were letting him, do his thing while we were walking, and he was running. One of the boards was raised up, and so he hit that board, and he didn't fall like flat out. He didn't like Superman it. It just caught his foot, so his knee went straight down into the board, and it ripped the skin back, basically. He didn't lose any skin in the process. It just ripped it down and rolled it underneath, so it looked like I don't even know how to describe it. Just basically the skin rolled up underneath itself, like a fruit by the foot, if you will. And so they had to like unroll it, clean it out because there was a bunch of junk in there, and they had to like sew it back together. And he had 2 punctures, one that was like super deep, but the cut was like itty bitty, but it went deep down. And then the other one was just like a big gash down his leg. And so he's had fun. He fell down the steps today and broke open his scab, but he didn't break the stitches, so that's good.
Yeah, stitches are not fun. I got stitches when I was 6, and then when I went back to get them out, they were ripping. The nurses were ripping it back open, so I had to wait another week, and it was not fun because they didn't put anything on it. They didn't numb it or anything, and I was not a fun
Yeah.
time.
Well, it's worse when it's on like something that bends
Oh yeah,
because
Yeah.
it's his knee.
it was like right